What's going on, guys? Just finished out hanging out with this girl. It was chill. I've got a fat one today, by the way, like a fat story. It's like an episode. Okay, so let me just go backwards in time. So yeah, just now, hanging out with this girl. I think I had mentioned her in previous videos. She saw me at this party, got my Instagram, and then she was like, "Oh, we should hang out." And I was like, "Sure." And then she was like, "When?" And I was like, "I don't know, now?" Or like, I gave her a time. And then she was like, "Okay." Time comes, she's like, "I'm busy." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then she hit me up. And she was like, "Yeah, sorry, I was so busy, but, when are you free this weekend?" And I was like, "Sunday." So then we just hang out. We walked around the campus for a little bit. Well, I came by her house to like pick her up, quote unquote. But it was just me walking up to her door, and then us walking back to the school. Walked kind of far, I don't know, maybe like a mile and a half. And then just kind of talking, learned about her. We talked about some movies, learned about what she was going to school for. I didn't talk too much about myself, which I'm kind of happy about. I tend to do that a lot. She was chill, but I can't really say much more than that. We weren't really vibing too much. She was nice, but I wasn't that attracted to her. And she didn't seem like profoundly interesting to me, to put it bluntly. But she was nice. I don't think I'm going to hang out with her again. These are the situations where we've got to be delicate. But I don't really want to hang out with her again. I just don't really need any more friends. And I definitely don't want a relationship or a hookup with her. So, I guess that leaves it at that. I was, I don't think I was giving her any mixed signals. Other than the fact that I hung out with her today. Hopefully that's not too much of a throw off her. But, we got there. I didn't even give her a hug. We just kind of started walking. At the end, I did give her a one-armed hug. But I'm just kind of hoping she gets the vibes of, you're chill, but I'm not that interested. Anyways, part 2. The actual interesting story. So, I told this story so many times, but I can just tell it one more time. Okay, so a few months ago, this girl hits me up on Instagram, and she's like, "Hey, I saw you today, and I just want to say I think you're really cute." And I was like, "Oh, thank you. I have a girlfriend right now," which I did. "But you have a nice smile." And she was like, "Oh, thank you." And then a few months later passed by. I see her at the football game. She kind of catches my eye. And then I hit her up. I'm like, "I saw you at the game today. You looked cute." And she was like, "Oh, yeah, I was there." And I was like, "I don't see you around much at school, but we should hang out." And she was like, "I'd love that." After we shot that shit for a little bit. And then she was like, "Yo, I'm having this tailgate on Saturday. You should pull up with your friends." I get there. We're like hella late. They're basically already packing up by the time we get there. Meet this dude named Captain J. He's a buff military PTSD dude with a service dog. He said I was cute. Kind of intimidating. But he was chill. Overall, I think he was coming from the right places. Kind of crazy. Anyways, so then I'm talking with this girl on the way up while we're walking to the stadium. We're, shooting the shit. We talking about movies. I'm like pushing her a little bit. I'm just being a little flirty, seeing what's going on. And so we get to the stadium and we sit down, and it's her on the inside, then me, then her other friend on the very edge, this dude. I don't even remember his name, but he was, with us. I was sitting in between them. Me and her are talking. I'm like being smooth. I'm putting the moves on. I'm like, "Oh, you have some rings?" I'm like touching her hand and looking at her rings. I'm like, oh, these are so pretty, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I'm all up on her. And then she's like, I have to go talk to someone. And then I was like, go talk to someone. Then she goes like 15 feet down, a couple rows, to go talk to one of her friends. And then it's just me and this other guy there. Just like, sup, bro? You know, we're shooting the shit for a little bit. And he's like, so how do you know this girl? And I was like, oh, you know, I think a while ago she DM'd me something on Instagram. And then now I was just like, yeah, let's hang out. And, you know, here I am. And I was like, how do you know her? And he was like, oh, well, she's my girlfriend. And I was like, oh, she's your girlfriend. Oh, for sure, bro, for sure. Oh. I'm just kind of like in a daze, like, what the fuck just happened? And then I get up to go use the restroom, and then I come back to just say goodbye, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm leaving. I give the girl a hug, and I take my leave. But I was like, what the fuck just happened in that moment? Like, I was like, I'm thinking I'm spitting some serious game, and I kind of was. And she was being receptive, and this motherfucker was right next to me while I was touching his girl's hand. Sheesh. Anyways, after the fact, I was just like, hey, it was nice to see you today over DM. Also, I definitely did not know that guy was your boyfriend. Like, I'm sorry. And she was like, LOL, you don't have to apologize. It was cool to see you too. And that is where it lies, and I believe that is where it shall lie, because I don't need to be getting involved with people like that. There was some fuckery going on there, but overall pretty hilarious. Anyways, that's about it for today.